as I've said many times, a reset on the appreciation of winning, and what it takes to win and how hard it is to win. It is not easy to win. It is incredibly hard to win. Alabama in their last 5 national championship games, they've been the best of the best. I think we can all probably agree with that, right? They're 2-3 in those national championship games, 2 blowouts. It's friggin' hard. I don't care how good you are, how much you won. It's hard to win, and it's even harder to win consistently. And so, sometimes you win so much. I was watching a guy the other day. He was speaking, and that's what he was talking about. Man, you can't lose respect for the blessing. Sometimes you can win so much, and it's the same thing for your fans. You can win so much, you can lose respect for the blessing. Or more importantly, you can lose respect for what it takes. And that's the message I've had with our guys since January is I wish I could change what it takes, but I can't change what it takes. It takes what it takes. And you got to be willing to do what it takes. You got to be willing to pay the price. There's one of my favorite quotes is there's nothing more common than unsuccessful people with talent. There's nothing more common than unsuccessful teams with talent. You got to be willing to pay the price. And so I think for this team, again, it's been fun because I was able to really kind of teach in the Valley last year in a way that I haven't had the opportunity to in a long time. And I love how those guys responded. I love how they responded. They went from 4-3 to the longest winning streak in the Power 5 and had a great finish. And we weren't really very good. But we just kept finding ways to win. And that's what good teams do. That's what culture does. And even the games we lost, they still have a chance to win every game. And they just kept believing, even with the disappointment and adversity and challenges and injuries and all these things. And so they've got a good perspective on, and I think a reset, again, on the appreciation of winning, what it takes to win, and how small that margin for error is. And so I love their mentality, their mindset, and I think that'll serve everyone well as we go through the season, and even our fans. I mean, I think I'd say the same thing for our fans. Again, you can win so much, you lose respect for what it takes, or the blessing of it, and it's hard. There's only 2 teams with 11 plus 10 win seasons. There's a reason why there's only 2. It's really, really, really hard to win.
Outside of Adam Randall, is there anyone you expect to win it today?
Let's see. Stellato. He's probably hopefully full speed Monday. He's really kind of battled a hamstring since he got here, but he's not. I don't think it's bad, but he tweaked it a little bit. But he's probably limited today and tomorrow, and hopefully get him going full go Monday. And then we got I think that's it. From the scholarship guys that'll be limited. Everybody else will be ready to roll.
Dabo, how has Brzee attacked the rehab over the last several months and getting back?
He's relentless. I mean, just great passion. That kid is, he's one of those kids that he don't need any motivation, from any of us or anything. He's just, and some people are just wired that way, and that's how he's wired. I mean, we can help him along the way, but that dude's going to be great whether you're there or not. He's just driven that way, and then I think all that he's dealing with his family and his sister right now. I think that's certainly fueled his fire even more, and I think probably given him a perspective that a lot of young people don't have. With what his whole family's going through with Ella. So he's been awesome. I mean, he's ready to roll and looks great. He's strong. He's lean. He's fast. If he's on the field, good things are going to happen.
How does all that perspective affect camp specifically? You said you were coaching in the Valley last year. Has that shifted to the players? Have you seen them take over kind of in that leadership, that respect for the perspective?
Oh, yeah. I think, as I said, you only know what you know and what you've experienced. And these seniors and juniors they won 29 in a row. They've seen it. These older guys on the roster, and these younger guys. I mean, last year, first time they hadn't been. We got to win. We want to win this league. Everything goes through our goals here. It's very simple. We're not. We want to win this opener. We want to win the division. We want to win the state. We want to win the league. We want to win the closer. And as many of those goals as we can hit, good things are going to happen. And that's really only the disappointment for me last year is we didn't hit enough of those goals. That's it. Because those are our goals, and we just want to achieve. It's our focus. And we didn't. From a season standpoint, I love my team. I'm proud of them. I measure the teams based on their commitment and all those things, and they were awesome. But we didn't achieve enough of those goals that we set out to achieve. So, absolutely, I think you learn through your experience. There's no greater teacher than experience. And we got a lot of experienced guys on this team that have, experience at both levels. And when you only have experience with one perspective, it's really hard maybe sometimes to understand. And so I definitely think these guys have taken great ownership. They've been incredibly invested in this journey. This journey for us doesn't start today. Man, it started in January. This is just the next phase for us. Everything that we've done since January has built to today. And but everything in our program is about accountability and leadership development. And these guys have done an awesome job of taking that on and really leading our team. And that's the other thing that's, I think, unique about this team. We have, and y'all know these guys, we have an incredible group of veteran leaders, juniors and seniors, but we got some amazing freshmen and sophomores, amazing freshmen and sophomore leaders on this football team that are like way wise beyond their years. So and it was kind of fun because I always let our seniors, as we build our leadership group, I let them pick some juniors and some sophomores to kind of be a part of that. And there's a lot of guys they wanted in there, which is great. But because that just goes to show you what they think about their teammates and how they see them. So this has definitely been a team that's had great leadership since January and a good perspective.
Can you describe the progression you've seen out of Will Taylor this offseason, and how do you see his role evolving this season?
Baller. He's a baller. He's Will Taylor. Shows up, hadn't played baseball. Next thing you know, bam, he hit close to 300 or so. And, he's probably faster than he's ever been, and he's always been fast. He's strong. He's confident. He's got enough experience now. He went through camp last year. He obviously has it. As y'all know, what our plan was with him last year is where we were. We really brought him through as a quarterback to train him up with a foundation, perspective of a quarterback, knowing we were going to move him, but really, equip ourselves that way. Obviously, our quarterback room is in amazing shape, but so we're excited about that. But we were transitioning him game 4 last year. We were kind of in that process, and whatever it was, 4th play of the game or 3rd play of the game, he's out. So he was on his way. All I can tell you is I started him at punt returner against Georgia in his opening game on the road in Charlotte. There's not many freshmen that I would run out there in that regard. So he's just a baller, man. I can't wait to be able to get on the field and start coaching him, as a wideout. He's fast. He's explosive. I got to kind of see where he is because obviously I haven't been able to. He couldn't do anything in the spring, so I haven't been able to really coach him since last fall. But he's got everything. He's got everything. He's going to be a great player, and it'll be fun watching him develop.
Is that slot wide receiver position kind of open right now?
They're all open. The good news is we got a bunch of guys. We're good to be finally. We got 10 scholarship players. It's been a while since we've been, fully stocked at that position with health. We've had guys on the roster, but we hadn't had everybody available. So getting everybody available has been really good. And, we got some guys. Most of those what we call the 2 and 5. Those guys are interchangeable and can cross train, and they got to cross train. And then we got our boundary guys. And you got some guys that can play everywhere. Bo Collins can play anywhere. I mean, he can play in the boundary, he can play in the slot, he can play two-man, he can play anywhere. I think Spector is the same. You know, Will Taylor is a slot and a two-man. Antonio is a guy I'm excited to get on the field with. He certainly can play the 2 and the 5. And those guys, like I said, they got to be interchangeable. So I think we got a lot of options, man. EJ, I mean, he's as talented a kid as we've had through here. Y'all saw him as a freshman, and then last year, he hardly even played. You know, he's hurt, 2 surgeries, and missed all spring. You know, I'm excited to get him back. Ngata, I mean, the whole group. I mean, we just have a really good group of guys. It's as deep as we've been in a long time at receiver, and a really talented group. You know, they got a lot to go achieve, but they'll do it. Maturity, commitment, focus, health. You know, he's really been unbelievable. I don't even know how else to say it. I mean, he's been amazing. He's had an awesome. He's one of the best. He's become one of the best leaders on the team. One of the most respected guys. This guy has grinded all spring. I mean, and he really has played very little in 2 years. You know, spots here and there. He's been through a lot. I mean, but guess what? He survived it, and he's through it. You know, we all get curveballs, right? You ain't got to hit the curveball. You just got to get a piece of it, right? Stay alive. And he's stayed alive, and here he is, and he's